You're now about to witness the strength of Glizzy knowledge. The Webster's defines Glizzy as slang for hot dog. Glizzy. Glizzy. Glizzy? Glizzy. Glizzy. Glizzies. Glizzies. Glizzy. 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 Glizzy hands. Golden Glizzy. Glizzy. Old Glizzy hands. The Golden Glizzy. Old Glizzy. The Golden Glizzy. The Golden Glizzy. Mr. Glizzy grabbers. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy man. Slim Glizzy. Certified Glizzy boy. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands is Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Mr. Glizzy has the Golden Glizzies. Glizzy. Glizzy hands reference.
Brandon Glizzy Hands.
Glizzy, 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 Glizzy. Edward Glizzy Hands footlong edition. Young Brandon Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. I'll name my first child Glizzy Hands. Certified Glizzy boy. Certified Glizzy lover. The return of the Golden Glizzy to join the fabled Glizzy gang? Do you have the Golden Glizzy? Glizzy gang rise up. Glizzy gang poggies. Glizzy gang poggies. What would you do if your boss called you Glizzy Hands? Hey, Mr. Glizzy, it's me, Jensen Huang. A hunt for the Golden Glizzy? Who's gonna call me Glizzy Hands? Glizzy man. Glizzy man. Glizzy man. Atrioc and the adventure for the Golden Glizzy. Big Glizzy hands. They call them Glizzy fingers. I don't live that Glizzy life. I'm about to live that Glizzy life. Find solace in the pleasures of the Glizzy life. Glizterine. Glizzy fingers. I'm still Glizzy hands. And I have Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Oscar Mayer Glizzy mobile. I have a Glizzy mobile and everyone calls me Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. And update your LinkedIn with Glizzy hands.
Glizzy hands.
Certified Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. I'm happily living that Glizzy life. Certified Glizzy hands. Schmeep schmoop. Glizzy fingers. Let's go Glizzy hands. Let's go Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Edward Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Edward Glizzy hands. Activision Glizzard. Gliz Pratt. Gliz Pratt. The Glizzy guy. Glizzy shit. Glizzy conscience. Glizzy conscience. I get called Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Boomer Glizzy hands. Boomer Glizzy hands. Glizzy time.
Glizzy boy. And the old Glizzy guy.
Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy goddess. Smiley Glizzy. Glizzy Grizzly. I can ask Glizzy. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands jokes. Glizzy Goblin. Glizzy Goblin. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Why the fuck am I called Glizzy Man?
Glizzy mail.
Various Glizzy related things. Glizzy mail.
Glizzy hands.
Glizzy handed one. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Edward Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Nitro Glizzy hands. Glizzy man. Glizzy man. LOL Glizzy hands. Hey, Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Atrioc has Glizzy hands. Atrioc Glizzy hands Ewing. I forgot that I sent that Glizzy mail though. The Glizzy gobbler himself. Glizzy hands.
Glizzy hands.
First time catching the real Glizzy live. Call me Glizzy. Hey, Glizzy hands. Edward Glizzy hands. Edward Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands man himself. Glizzy marketing. I would prefer Glizzy hands. Glizzy Christmas cards. Glizzy hands. Glizzy fingers.
Glizzy fingers?
Glizzy fingers. Glizzy ninja. A cool nickname like Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands, psychic glizzies, D's nuts, Patrick Stars, Glizzy hands. I'm sorry, Mr. Glizzy hands. Certified Glizzy hands. Big Glizzy, big Glizzy, big Glizzy. Big Glizzy, Glizzy hands.
Glizzy hands.
Glizzy records. Glizzy records. I wouldn't start a company called Glizzy Records. The big Gliz himself. Glizzy hands, the Glizzy gobbler. Glizzy hands, Glizzy man. Glizzy hands. Chief Financial Glizzy. Chief Financial Glizzy at NVIDIA. The Glizzy Gripper. Glizzy man. Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy fingers. You got some Glizzy hands. Certified Glizzy hands. Certified Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Glizzy Gobler. Glizzy hands.
Glizzy hands.
Glizzy Wendays. Constant Glizzy jokes. Glizzy Gobbler. Glizzy hands.
Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. His fingers look exactly like Glizzy's.
Little army of Glizzy boys.
Shout outs to the Glizzy boys. Let's just all say Glizzy hands. Easy to be happy when you have beautiful Glizzy hands. Because I have beautiful Glizzy hands. The ghostly Glizzy round 2, or Glizzy man himself. And Glizzy socks? Glizzy gremlin. Glizzy hands. Glizzy finger on a Glizzy trigger. Glizzy's the Glizzy McGuire movie. I shouldn't have to do this. Thank God for the Glizzies, bro. The Glizzy gang. Glizzy man. There's always a safe in the Glizzy stand. Glizzy foam fingers. Glizzy hands. Have Glizzy toes as well as Glizzy hands. Glizzy hands. Yo, Glizzy Wizzy, you inspire me. Call me Glizzy Wizzy. My mom told me to buy Glizzy coin. I haven't seen the financial returns on Glizzy coin, but too bad the Elden Ring will be able to fit on your Glizzy fingers. Poggies, there's my favorite Glizzy boy. Glizzy Meister Glizzy. Enron X Glizzy. Glizzy hand surgery. Certified Glizzy hands. They're kind of Glizzy-like. Did I just get called Glizzy Hands by a fucking talking pot? Glizzy and Glarketing, right? Glarketing Glizzy Hands. The Oops All Glizzy edition. The Glizzy Goblin of NVIDIA. To activate Glizzy mode. Glizzy mode Big A is kind of scary. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Gang. We got the Glizzy. We are making the Glizzy Ghost. The Glizzy Ghost. Glizzy Hands. The Glizzy Hands meme.
Dear Sire Glizzy.
Glizzy off
Form. I feel like
onto
I'm reading,
Mizkif. The Glizz Alliance. Just 2 Glizzy boys. Glizzy. Glizzy Hands. Atrek has Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Handsers. The name's Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. It took like 8 months for Glizzy Hands to like build up to a thing.
Brandon Glizzy Hands Ewing.
Glizzy Man. Glizzy Hands. For me, it seems like Glizzy Hands is OP. Glizzy plushie. LGBT with the G stands for Glizzy. Glizzies by Glizzyverse. This is only the beginning. Hashtag into the Glizzyverse. Stick figure with a Glizzy hand. Big A, Glizzy Hands. Ending the day on a Glizzy Hands. Love the Glizzy Hands post there. Brandon Glizzy Hands. Apparently there's some Glizzy Hands in it. The Glizzy Cat. It's
one Glizzy Hands special on the house.
Glizzy Hands. Hey, Glizzy Coffee Cow Hands. If you could choose what you'd be a god of, and why would it be Glizzy? Maybe they call him Glizzy Hands or fucking Glizzy Hands. Big A, Glizzy Hands, Brandon, the Coffee Cow, the Hitman, the Ghost, the Clown, Ewing, Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands, a.k.a. Senor Glizzy Hands. Glad to be a Glizzy supporter for this long. Thanks for the lols. P.S. You don't have Glizzy Hands. Glizzy's. Rock Glizzy Man. Will a Glizzy be on the kick? Clap your Glizzy hands. Stick to Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Boy. Change my middle name to Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands meme. My middle name, Glizzy Hands. There's a Glizzy arrangement across the side. The righteous rock star moves of the Glizzy Glark. Glizzy Glark, Big A. My eyes scanned ahead and I saw Glizzy years. Listen, the only thing I didn't see here is you didn't say Glizzy Hands. These Glizzy fingers will work their magic in Q2. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands joke. Glizzy Hands. The early hands get the Glizzy. Wait, why did Big A say son of a gun instead of son of a Glizzy like True Sigma male? Glizzy Hands. So tell me about Glizzy Hands. Is that Glizzy Hands the other team? Keep it Glizzy. King Charles with Glizzy fingers. King Charles with Glizzy fingers. King Charles with Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hand King. King Charles. Glizzy Hands. Picture of Glizzy Hands. Brandon Glizzy Hands Ewing. Glizzy Hands is Glizillionaire. Glizzy Hands. If I had one wish, it would be that I had a blue portal in my house and an orange one in Mr. Glizzy's behind his bookcase so I could scream Glizzy through it as loud as I want each week. Glizzy. No, he's yelling Glizzy. You get the Glizzy cut for your hair. How did you know that I go to the barber and say, can I get the Glizzy cut? Goodbye, Glizzy Hands. You'll be missed. Off-brand Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands? Oh, they're so glizzy. Will you finally take a Glizzy sponsor? I haven't been getting requests for Glizzy sponsors. The Glizzy Gobbler. Glizzy, Glizzy, Glizzy. Moo Moo Coffee. Glizzy Moo Coffee. That's Atrioc Brandon Glizzy Hand Ewing's Night, my Glizzy Gobbler. Nora Gliz Quincy with a Glizzy bow. I had Glizzy Hands, Glizzy car, and a Glizzy mobile, and then I eat a bunch of hot dogs. Glizzy, Glizzy, Glizzy. Glizzy and Ghost and Glamour Eye and Glizzy Hands. A missile is just one big expensive Glizzy. Atrioc Glizzy Hands Ewing. Shout Atrioc Glizzy Hands Ewing unprompted in a meeting. When you realize that you may be responsible for Glizzy Hands, lol. Atrioc, I don't know why they call you Glizzy Hands when obviously you got a Glizzy brain, because it's obvious you got a Glizzy brain. Please show me the way of the Glizzy. Glarketer, the way of the Glizzy, dude. Good to see you putting your Glizzy fingers to good use. Glizzy at TwitchCon. Glizzy, my Glizzy fingers with Glizzy Hands. You've got to Glizzy his hand up. 2 Glizzies for the price of 1, dude. Call that a fucking Costco special. The glove didn't fit because of his Glizzy fingies. Patrick Starr's Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Glarketer. It's not a Glizzy finger. Glizzy, 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 Glizzy. Glark, Glark, Glizzy, Wizzy, Bing, Bang, Bong. Glizzy Hands. A Glizzy Gobbler Gallery. Thank you for making Glizzy Man 76. My name's not Glizzy.
Brandon Glizzy Hands Ewing.
Glizzy Vibe Glizzy.
A metric Glizzy ton.
Glizzy Hands. My face on a fucking glizzy. Babe, wake up. Glizzy Hands is live. So we showed up with the giant glizzy hands, you know, obviously. The Glarketer or Glizzy Goblin. Any Glizzy Gobblers this Thanksgiving? Mr. Glizzy Man, your haircut got you looking like Josuke Higa Shikata. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands, old bald man. A grown man who gets called Glizzy Hands. His name was not Darth Glizzy Hand. Long neck Brandon, yep coke, Glizzy Hands. Like Glizzy Hands. His shirt does not say Glizzy. It's about finding the golden Glizzy. Glizzy Watcher. Say Glizzy Goblin a lot. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy Hands is that high up? You're Glizzy Lord. Better call Saul Glizzy Lord. I finally found my Glizzy hole. See how perfectly my Glizzies fit? It's not called the Glizzy Gambit. Glizzy Hands speedrun world record. They're not called Glizzy processing units.
Glizzyberg.
Right.
I want to put my glizzy in your hands, Big A.
Glizzy in your hands.
Glizzy hands.
Hey, hello, Glarketer. How is the Glizzy business doing in the world of inflation? The Glizzy effect.
Wait, move your glizzy hands. Get right, glizzy hands. Because you got the glizzy hands.
I don't have Glizzy hands. Big A gobbling down that Glizzy Rito. The Glizzy Gobbler. Knowing the Glizzy Gobbler, bro. Glizzy Hands, Glizzy Gobbler. No, we're not going to call it the Glizzy glitch. I ate a foot-long Glizzy. What? Do not call me Glizzy Tate. Mr. Glizzy fucking conductor. Certified Glizzy Hands. Bro, the community is perfect, especially all the Glizzy jokes. A lot of Glizzy jokes. That's when you know the community is at its... Yeah, any resumes without the word Glizzy in them are getting rejected. That's what it was. Glizzy Tower Defense. Just say Glizzy Hands and everyone would laugh. Are these the Glizzy undies? Big Glizzy boy. Glizzy Hands. I don't have Glizzy Hands. Silicon Valley Bank should have hired Glizzy boy to get them more minerals. Glizzy Hands glucking it. Coke, banana, poop, goo goo gaga, lol Glizzy Hands. You're bald. I loved your Glizzy eating simulator series. It's not the Glizzy sword. He's a Glizzy vendor. Coffee cow Glizzy. Glizzy Hands. Is that a Glizzy fingers thing? Hey, Glizzy, head looking extra bald today. The goat Glizzy Gobbler needs to collab with Joey Chestnut. Mr. Glizzy. Glizzy gang. The Eras tour shut down by the Glizzy Hands tour. I'm not Glizzy glamored. Gliznosis. Glizzy. Glizzy. I'm a Glizzy. Among Us balls. Fortnite balls. Glizzy on my sweater already. Wait, they say that I have Glizzy Hands cancer. Unidentified aerial Glizzy Monka S. Glizzy Hands. Glizzy.
Hey, Edward Glizzy Hands.
Hey, Edward Glizzy Hands. Todd here. Edward Glizzy Hands.
Glizzy Hands? You have glizzy hands, and that it's a form of cancer.
You cannot go around telling my friends I have Glizzy Hands cancer. Did you inherit your Glizzy Hands from your dad? Those Glizzy fingers, they slap, they hurt. Oh, Glizzy Hands. Or that's funny. Do you ever think people call you Glizzy Hands due to your personality rather than your appearance? In all ways except physical, you are Glizzy Hands. Hey, Glizzy dog. No, I just have Glizzy Hands. Glizzy. My fingers have made me into some sort of Glizzy goblin that loves to eat hot dogs. Glizzy, 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 Glizzy. Glizzy hot tub. Absolute Glizzy. What's good, Glizzy gangsta? Just say Glizzy Hands or something, bro. It's Glizzy Hands. I can't. The Glizzy tank. He looks like a Glizzy. Glizzy Hands. Did they have Glizzies back then, mate? Might not be bothered with this whole time travel thing if it ain't no dogs. Glizzy Overdrive guy? Glizzy man sucks at chess. The Glizzard Gobbler. Big A, what do you think would have happened if you never got bit by that radioactive Glizzy? Hey, Big A, you're looking extra Glizzy Hands today. Have you been using moisturizer? Stupid Glizzy message. Bitch, Glizzy, Glizzy, Glizzy. Sir, Glizzy Hands. Glizzy shit. Hey, Glizzy, Glizzy. Hey, Glizzy Hands. Looking extra bald today. I got my hand on your money and a Glizzy on your dreams. Mr. Glizzy. Hashtag where's my Glizzy? Glizzy, Glizzy, Glizzy. Glizzy fingers reference? He's the Glizzy man. Glizzy Hands never gets old. If you know, you know. You gotta match the Glizzy with the Blizzy. Hey, Glizzy, Glizzy. Quavo eating a golden Glizzy? Seeing a simple hot dog in the wild makes you think, oh, Glizzy Hands. Anyway, Glizzy, 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 Glizzy. H-Rocket's Glizzy Phantom.
Glizzy Hands.
Glizzy. Glizzy Hands is still funny, right? Yep.